Hey, what's up guys? I'm back again with another review. This week for A House with a Clock in the Walls. A House with a Clock Behind the Walls. I was close. The House with a Clock in Its Walls. So A House with a Clock in Its Walls is directed by Eli Roth, and it's actually adapted from the 1973 book of the same name. In this movie, Louis Barnevelt, who's recently orphaned, goes to live with his Uncle Jonathan in this small town in Michigan. Upon arriving at this creepy old house that Uncle Jonathan lives in, he begins to suspect that there's more to Uncle Jonathan than meets the eye. But to his surprise, it's something truly extraordinary. I don't know if it was just me, but when I watched the trailers for the movie, I had no idea what time period this movie was taking place. The movie takes place in 1955, and I was pleasantly surprised by this. In a world where we have so many shows with magicians, prank shows, and all this other stuff, for a kid growing up in 1955, magic is truly something special. Let me just get right to it. I love this movie. This movie made me feel like I was a kid again, watching movies like Casper or Are You Afraid of the Dark, Goosebumps, Tales from the Crypt. It took elements of horror, magic, and just a little bit of cheesiness sprinkled in to make it the perfect family film. So regardless of this being a family film, usually people would think it's lazily written and they could see the ending coming from a mile away, but they threw some curveballs at me. Maybe I'm just stupid and missed the clues early on, but I didn't see any of them coming. What I really liked about this film is, in other films like Harry Potter, and there's countless other movies that do this, when the character finds out that the mentor knows magic, he wants the mentor to teach it to him right away, and the mentor refuses and tells him how bad it is, how it could fall into the wrong hands, and maybe a half hour later they teach the kid magic and give in. But Jack Black just teaches him right away, and I kind of like how they just cut to the chase. I'm a huge Jack Black fan, and yes, there's a lot of Jack Black-isms in this film, I guess you would say, but he's a little over the top, he's a little goofy, but hey, that's just Jack Black. And when it comes down to it, when he needs to get serious, he gets serious. So if you're a true fan of Jack Black like me, you may or may not notice a specific band of his is referenced in the film. Just saying. Cate Blanchett does a good job in this movie. I really like what they did with her backstory. It's a little bit mysterious, and I liked seeing her interact with Jack Black. It was neat to see those two be kind of parental figures to young Louis. The one thing I'm worried about is the box office for this film. There's not too much going up against it, but when I went to see it, besides two people in the back, I was the only one in the theater. But then again, who knows? I saw it at 9:30 on a school night, so maybe on the weekend it'll do better. Guys, to keep it short and sweet, this movie was really entertaining and funny. Director Eli Roth really recaptured the feeling you got when you watched 90s, I guess you wouldn't even say 90s horror, 90s Halloween time family movies. Some people may view it as corny, but I enjoyed this film a lot more than I thought I would. This is the perfect time to release a movie like this because Halloween is just about a month away. Guys, you don't want to miss this. 9.5 out of 10.